Kia ora. This is Kia ora Oz. Welcome to the channel. I'm Darren, and this is the continuation of a lap that my late wife Selina and I started in June of 2023. After her passing, I decided to continue the journey solo, safe in the knowledge that she will always be a part of my journey. Follow along and find out what it's like to travel this vast continent solo. Ka kite. Kia ora whanau, kia ora Oz. So welcome to the next episode. I'm actually recording this introduction a couple of weeks before I get on the road proper, because I'm just heading off to Melbourne for a couple of weeks. To stay with my mum while the rest of the whanau head up to the Gold Coast for the Australian Regionals, Haka Regionals, and then when they get back, I'm off to the Never Never as such, heading all points north to Darwin. So yeah, that's when this video will probably start proper, but just pulled out of home in Campbelltown or Bradbury and just hitting the road to Melbourne. Bit of a bittersweet moment. Sweet to be back on the road again, but a little bit bitter because I'm doing it alone. But we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so this video will be sort of a bit of a mishmash for the first part of my journey, heading north to Darwin, and all points in between. So come along with us to see what I get up to and see how I handle being on the road by myself, which is going to be all very new and interesting. Alright, so yeah, see you in the next section of this video. Ka kite. To the service centre at Yass, get some diesel, done about half a tank, and grab some lunch, have a bit of a rest, all that sort of stuff, check the van. Yeah, can't count how many times I've stopped at this Yass rest stop over the years, but anyway, or this service centre, whatever you call it. But yeah, stop at Yes, and then on to Whangarata. So I'm overnighting in Whangarata tonight, in Brother Mike's driveway, and then into Melbourne tomorrow. So anyway, lunchtime stop at Yes.
Reach for the stars above.
Probably should have made me lunch, but I just felt like a hamburger. So I filled up here at Yes. Diesel was $2.01.9. So only needed half a tank, 80 bucks worth of diesel. Have a quick lunch and then back on the road. Should get into Whangarata around about 4. Right. Well, it's just on, it's going on 3:30, and I'm crossing into Victoria, crossing the New South Wales Victorian border again. I don't know how many times I've crossed this border in the last 40 years, but it's been a few. And so, yeah, once again, across I go. So I've been across the Victoria-New South Wales border both ways. I've been across the New South Wales-Queensland border both ways. The New South Wales ACT border both ways. Victoria-South Australia border both ways. So I'm looking forward to doing South Australia Northern Territory and Northern Territory WA. And then WA South Australia. So 3 more border crossings to happen in the next 12 months or so. So yeah, across into Victoria now.
So bright, and it's looking out for me. Reach for the stars above to guide me through the night. To me, hey, oh, hey, hey, oh, hey.
Oh, morena. Chilly this morning, just pulling out of Whangarata. Overnight last night at Mike's, brother Mike's. Nice little catch up, a couple of bourbons, and yeah, up and out early, so I missed the Melbourne traffic. So next stop Melbourne, well, next stop coffee, but you know what I mean. Yeah, and then Melbourne for a couple of weeks. So here we go. Alright, made it. Pulling into the house at Curran Downs, the Melbourne base camp for 15 days, I think, 14 or 15 days. So pull in here, my back teeth are floating, so go and fix that and then come back out, unhook and unload. Quite a bit of stuff to get out. So here we go.
Shining on you, shining on you.
So I'm heading off this morning, heading down to a Moko artist or tattoo guy, called Tarako, and he's going to do a Moko on my arm, basically in honour of Selina, or in memoriam to Selina. So yeah, I've got a 2-day session booked, so here I go.
That we had, not only at the beginning before I started, but throughout the whole process. I gained a little bit more and I added in. Right. See, so the basis of this is he tohu whakamamahara mo tō wahine, mo tō hoarangatia, for your wife, not only for her as a person, but her as a mother, as a wife, partner to yourself. As we come through your, as you told me, the kōrero of your first moko, and it's got your tamariki in there, I thought it's fitting to sort of wrap around that. So about your wife, still being very much a part of you guys and with us. Ahakoa, kei tērā taha o te ārai. She's very much still here, and I've got these figures here. Although there's two manaia there that represents your wife, both sides of your wife. Ātina nā wairua. So that's her sort of biting in to protect the whānau, what you already have here. That being the mother and the lifelong partner that you've had, that also represents the whakātua nei te aroha mutunga kore, a love that will never end. But she's always there with you fellas, holding, protecting the whānau. That's your fellas tamariki in there as well, and yourselves. Both sides of that body of ocean. And it's fitting, you told me about the 10-pound pom. Yeah. So I've run with that kōrero with the ocean. So she's travelled to here, and that's how you've come together. You've both come from different places, and you've and you've created a life together from both different parts of the world. So this big flow of pattern, puoro, that's all the water in between of where you both originally come from. So I've kept that theme. And that's, although that's her holding on to you and kaitiaki tanga o te whānau, that big mass body of water. So she's travelled, that's to acknowledge her, a little bit of her journey to get to you and your whānau. And that's representing that big mass water, the amounts of travel that they've travelled from where they're from to get to you. This pattern here is a part of that whole travelling. This little piko here is what we call a mode. That's a pattern, is the mode pattern. So that's a pattern that our ancestors used as navigators across the oceans. Although she's not the captain of a boat, she still come on a boat. She navigated her way here, and it was meant to be. You know what I mean? You two have come together. So that is to acknowledge that travel, the travel along the seas, the great travel. Down here I have maopare. Maopare represents strength. So not only physical strength as in what we have, ātina nanei, but emotionally, spiritually, and the connection of whānau and the strength that must have taken for them to migrate to here. That's to acknowledge that part of that journey as well as kaitiaki guiding that boat to here. Otherwise, you two would never have been, your tamariki would never have been. So it's to acknowledge that journey that they've taken as a whānau and herself to come here. And all throughout, I have other manaia all throughout these figures. So that's not like I've counted 4 specific kaitiaki. I've just placed kaitiaki all throughout because that's her jumping in different areas of your fellas' lives as you continue to live. She will be there everywhere, Ahakoa, no matter where you are and with your kōrero or if you're travelling, she's going to be with every step of the way, every journey you guys take. He kaitiaki ke reira, and that's her. She'll always be with you fellas forever. And again, it's just to acknowledge your fellas' togetherness, And again, you can always draw strength from your arm and know that she's here. So yeah, that's the kōrero.
Try again. Morena. So I'm helping out in the kitchen doing the meals for Mahana and Piri and Paula's group for their last practice before they go away to the Haka comps. So drawing on all my experience for cooking for large groups. Scrambled eggs today for the breakfast this morning. And a bit of cereal. Bacon egg pie from last night. They're all just starting to rise now. I've been going since 5:30. So, yeah, all good.
Yeah.
All good?
I even have like dental tablets there.
After the pain is gone, it's just like confusing sort of thing. Sorry, my darling.
Korena. So I just left Dandenong, where I was helping out with the cooking for Mahano and Piri and Paula's Kapa Haka for their final practice before they head to the Gold Coast next weekend for the Australian Regional Championships, vying to qualify to go back to New Zealand next year for Te Matatini. So a good weekend, although on bucket now. I go home for a good sleep, I think. So yeah, I'll put up some footage of their bracket. When you see this, hopefully they will have already performed, and hopefully they have done well. So I'll put up some snippets of their dress rehearsal. Yeah, good bracket. Really enjoyed their dress rehearsal, and I wish them all the very best in their competition. So yeah, heading home now to Melbourne base camp, and we'll hook up now until early next week when I'll be on the road again. So probably end this video here, and then yeah, I'll start a new video when I leave Melbourne to start heading north early next week. So Wednesday or Thursday next, or Tuesday or Wednesday next week. Alright, so ka kite, see you on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a like and make a comment, all that stuff. See ya.